So we're back. I was having computer issues here, so we're back broadcasting on our social media platforms as well. So I was talking about this story here from the Providence Journal. Providence Journal has an article that I saw earlier today, and this deals with African American history being incorporated into the curriculum in Rhode Island. Governor Dan McKee of Rhode Island on Friday, July 30th, signed this bill, uh, adding a crucial piece of Rhode Island's history to the public school curriculum, the teaching of Black heritage and history, the teaching of Black heritage and history. We'll talk about this on tomorrow's show. I want to go to this clip here. This is from the readout today, and Reverend William Barber after the protests in Washington. Reverend William Barber after the protests in Washington, D.C. Let's go to this clip.
Anniversary of the Voting Rights Act being signed into law, protesters gathered in front of the Hart Senate office building earlier today, calling for protection of voting rights and the abolition of the filibuster. Now, while the protest was peaceful, more than 200 were arrested, including my next guest, Bishop William Barber, co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign, which organized today's protest. Bishop Barber, great to see you. I talked to you on Saturday when you were in Austin, Texas. Today, you are here in Washington, still fighting for voting rights. Do you think Washington has the same level of urgency as you do when it comes to protecting voting rights?
Well, not yet, they don't, Jonathan, but the pressure is showing that they're moving. They weren't moving at all. We marched on Manchin. He came out with the compromise. We're moving now. We had poor and low-wage workers from 47 states, plus religious leaders. That's who was marching today, the essential workers and religious leaders, moral leaders, because this is a moral issue, a constitutional issue, not just, and it wasn't just about the Voting Rights Act. It was about in that filibuster. Pass the full provisions of the For the People Act. We don't need to narrow down anything. We don't narrow down the provisions for the Chamber of Commerce. We need to pass the Voting Rights Act restoration when it's ready. We need to pass $15 living wage for the 32 million people who live every day, essential workers who save this economy, restaurant workers who make $2.13 an hour. That's ridiculous. We need to protect our immigrants, and we need to ensure that people are not evicted. We've got trying to evict the vote and evict people. So we've got to change this dynamic. If they don't do it by the 6th, we're going to intensify even more, but we're not going anywhere, Jonathan.
So, Bishop Barber, we just had Senator Alex Padilla of California on. He's part of the working group that is going to unveil a new voting rights legislation. It most likely won't have all of the things that were in the the For the People Act, all of the things that you want. Are you saying that if that bill doesn't have all of the things that you want, you won't support it?
Well, let's talk about all the things that John Lewis wanted. Let's see, what are you going to cut out of it? You going to cut out ballot access? That's in there. Are you going to cut out getting rid of dark money? That's in there. Are you going to cut out dealing with gerrymandering? That's in there. Are you going to cut out ethics? You see, what's happening is Manchin is being allowed to negotiate the bill down. What senators should be saying is, Manchin, there are things you want in this infrastructure bill. There are things you want for West Virginia. 79% of the people in West Virginia, particularly, agree with the For the People's Act, as John Lewis wrote it. So we're not going to move on infrastructure until that. The president should go to Arizona, should go to Texas, should go to West Virginia. The president needs to meet with, as he promised, with a group of religious leaders that are very diverse, poor and low wealth workers, economists and voting rights lawyers, all in the same room. His staff has been blocking this. They've been saying, well, we got to wait to infrastructure. But the president said to us he wanted to work with us. Let's put pressure on first, but don't negotiate away what's promised in the 15th Amendment of the Constitution. Why is it that poor and low wealth people and people needing their voting rights and living wages have to have things negotiated away, but when a corporation comes, they get everything. They ask for trillions and they get trillions. We got to change the moral mindset, Jonathan, of our whole way of working. We ask the people who give the most to compromise the most, and the folk who give the least to get the most. That's ridiculous. So we haven't seen the language. Let's look at it. But I can tell you, what 4 parts are you going to take out? Access to the ballot.
All right. We're out of time here on 910 AM Superstation WFDF. Those watching on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, and YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, keep watching. Remember, right now is correct. Wrong behavior is not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. All right. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. All right. Hey, if you want to support the African History Network, you can support us through Cash App, $ TheAHNShow, through Cash App, $ TheAHNShow, through Cash App, also through PayPal, paypal.me/TheAHNShow, paypal.me/TheAHNShow. Hold on, this is freezing up here. And then also at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. All right. Visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can register for the new 10-week online course that I teach, from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, 1865 to 1968. Okay. Each class we go through and break down a approximately 10-year period of history to understand what happened after slavery ended. And we go through history chronologically and see how we got to where we are today. We go through World War I, World War II, and the Civil Rights Movement, Black Power movement, all of that. All right. We have to get out of here. This is freezing up on me. All right. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow night. Peace.